Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez declared war against one of Kamala Harris's other supporters, and that's billionaire Mark Cuban. He's been suggesting that Harris should fire Federal Trade Commission Chair Lina Khan should she get elected. And specifically, according to Semafor, Mark Cuban said this of Lina Khan: "If it were me, I wouldn't keep Khan on next year." So the big question is, what is Kamala Harris thinking? And unfortunately, we haven't really heard much from her in regard to defending Lina Khan, but we are hearing quite a bit from other Democrats, and of course, it's positive news for Lina Khan. So Cuban added that he had not spoken to Harris or her aides about the topic, even though he says that he's in communication with them all the time. Interestingly, he also said, that he appreciates Lina Khan's work on taking on big pharma, but he believes that she's overstepping in her efforts to crack down on big tech and artificial intelligence. And he made similar comments while speaking to Bloomberg in a recent profile on Lina Khan. In an email, Mark Cuban, the billionaire investor and informal advisor to the Harris campaign, says Khan has done a great job with misleading ads online and fighting PBMs, but adds that he thinks she's far outstepped, or probably overstepped is what he meant, her bounds on the M&A front.
Mergers and acquisitions.
Yes, he also argues that Khan's approach to tech has harmed America's ability to compete with China and Russia in artificial intelligence. And by the way, if you're wondering, well, what exactly is the FTC doing when it comes to tech and artificial intelligence under the leadership of Lina Khan? In late September, the agency announced a crackdown on the use of AI to facilitate fake reviews. I would venture to say that's a good thing, in addition to sketchy online storefronts and other scams. So what exactly does he have a problem with? Like, where's the problem there? Why is he mad at Lina Khan for pursuing these types of scammers? The FTC is also investigating whether Microsoft, a $13 billion plus investment in OpenAI, violated antitrust law, whether OpenAI violated consumer protections, and whether a $650 million deal between Microsoft and Inflection AI was structured to avoid FTC scrutiny. So those are the issues, I guess, that Mark Cuban has with Lina Khan and her leadership at the FTC. And all of those investigations happen to involve one of Kamala Harris's biggest billionaire donors, and that's Reid Hoffman. Remember, this is what he said back in July.
Even Reid Hoffman conceded that he's not thrilled with all parts of the Biden administration. In particular, he strongly criticized Lina Khan, the FTC chair. He said that Lina Khan is, quote, waging war on American business. And he went so far as to say that he hopes that a President Harris would replace Lina Khan at the FTC.
So now let's talk a little bit about what AOC has to say about all of this, because she's taken notice of the billionaires who are kind of urging Kamala Harris to drop Khan if she gets elected. Mark Cuban's one of them, Reid Hoffman is another one of them. And so here's what she says directly about Mark Cuban's disdain for Lina Khan. "Let me be clear, or let me make this clear, since billionaires have been trying to play footsie with the ticket. Anyone goes near Lina Khan and there will be an all-out brawl, and that is a promise. She proves this admin fights for working people. It would be terrible leadership to remove her." So she's getting a lot of positive, feedback on that tweet. I don't really know what an all-out brawl would be. Like, what does that even mean? What would you do?
Yeah, so look, first of all, I like that she put out that statement, because at least it's pushes them back a little bit, right? And it lets them know you're not going to do this without a fight. So I appreciate that she's sticking up for Lina Khan and sticking up for the progressive position. And I appreciate that she did it publicly, even though it's going against Kamala Harris's beloved donors. So that takes some degree of courage and is the right way to go. So God bless. Is it historically, has she really, done any all-out brawls? On the first day when she did the sit in Nancy Pelosi's office, that was very courageous. So right thing to do, and got a huge impact. Put Green New Deal on the map and wound up getting some parts of it into the Inflation Reduction Act. Since then, I haven't seen any brawls. So, are you going to vote against bills? Are you going to call out aggressively a Democratic president? Are you going to say the Democratic colleagues are doing something wrong? I've almost never seen it, so I would be very, very surprised. But okay, I'm glad you said it publicly, and so a tweet later doesn't count. That's not a brawl.
Yeah. Just
to be clear.
Bernie also put out a statement saying that Mark Cuban is wrong. Lina Khan is the best FTC chair in modern history. I agree with that. By taking on corporate greed and illegal monopolies, Lina is doing an exceptional job preventing large corporations from ripping off consumers and exploiting workers. Thanks, Lina Khan, for what you are doing. But look, I would like to hear a statement from the person who matters most in this entire equation, and that person is Kamala Harris. The person.
No chance.
And she's not saying a damn thing in defense of Lina Khan at all. She's not giving us a hint in regard to what she would want to do with Lina Khan. And in fact, of the individuals involved in the presidential race, there is one person who has said favorable things about Lina Khan, and that individual is not on the Democratic ticket. That individual is actually on the Republican ticket, and that's J.D. Vance, who has been quoted as saying, one of the few people in the Biden administration that I actually think is doing a pretty good job is Lina Khan.
Yeah, because Lina Khan is a populist, and I think J.D. Vance is mainly faking it as a populist, but at least he knows how to fake it, and at least he knows that that's the correct political strategy to say, yeah, I would like someone to be a cop against giant corporations that are all merging and then using that monopoly power that they gain to increase prices and do other things that hurt the average American consumer. So if you're not sophisticated enough to at least go in that direction, please get your donors out of back under control and have them stop going all over TV going, don't worry, she'll fire anyone that is against corporate interests. Terrible politics, okay? So look, there's just such an easy answer to this if you're Kamala Harris right now, okay? We always try to be constructive. It's easy to tear people down, but so what should she do? We'll almost always propose that, okay? So in this case, she's already raised over $1 billion. They have all the money in the world. They don't need any more, and the ads aren't working. So why don't you come out and go, I will not fire Lina Khan, and I am not going to take orders from any donor, no matter how much I like them. And I really appreciate Mark Cuban and Reid Hoffman. They've been terrific to me, and I think they're trying to help preserve democracy, and I appreciate them. But no, I don't take orders from donors. So I will do what I think is right about Lina Khan. And if I think a merger is fine, then it's fine. But if I think a merger is going to take away something from the average American, I'm going to make sure that we stop that merger and protect you above these corporations. Super easy. But the Democrats and the corporate Republicans, which is 90% of politicians, have all gotten used to, no sir, yes sir, anything a donor wants, sir. So there's no chance that she'll do that layup answer.
Hey, thanks for watching that video. We really appreciate it, guys. And we appreciate it if you become members, because that allows us to be independent, honest, progressive, all the things that you don't get from corporate media. And all of that is because of you guys. Hit the join button below and become one of us, become a young Turk.